Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pooja Prasanna, and I'll be handling sociology option for the rest of the days. Okay. So anyway, today's orientation day. That means why you guys have to choose sociology as your option. Okay. So before even going to sociology, like why to choose sociology. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just give a bit of understanding of how to choose any option to that matter, because what happens is many of you are fresher, you don't have any experience or whatsoever, so straight directly from college, too much of advertisement and everything is going on, someone is preparing, so you also want to prepare, you come. So what you do is you go online, check, okay, the toppers, so and so topper is cleared with this, so I'm also going to take that. So most of you, in fact 80% of you will be doing the same. If not, someone from your background, some friend, someone, akka, anna, someone, whosoever it is, they would have taken X option, so I'm also going to take the same thing. No, please do not do this. Okay, so I'll just tell you how to choose any option, be it sociology, or even if you don't choose sociology also, like all of you, even if you don't choose sociology, it's totally fine. But the thing is, you have to choose a right option, because see, it's a very long journey. If you may think that, okay, I'm going to finish in 1 year. Okay, let me break you the actual truth. Clearing UPSC in 1 year is an extremely difficult task. Okay, you must have been into UPSC much before only. Maybe your parents would have, pushed you, during the school time, college time, something like that. Only those cases would clear in first attempt. Okay, so it's a very less number of people who will be clearing. More number of people will be taking second attempt, third attempt, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the thing is, if you choose a wrong option, what happens is first year you will not even clear prelims. So what you're going to do, you're going to go with the same option in the second year. So let's say you are writing mains, then you'll realize, oh my god, this is not my option. So a lot of students, let me tell you this, lot of students, at least 25% to 30 students will change their option in the third attempt. So many examples I have. Okay, and then what happens when then it is not clearing? So a lot of people, at least 10%, 10 to 15 percent will go till sixth attempt. There are a lot of students who even change in fifth or sixth attempt also. See, this should never happen to you. Take an option, take your time, it's fine. See, some or the other institute will be giving you the option. It's not only here or somewhere there. Take your time, choose your option very carefully, because that's the option you're going to stick and clear and come in the advertisement and everywhere. That's the option you will be clearing your exam. Understood? Now coming to how to choose an option, the first and foremost thing is your interest. Interest is the most important thing. You need to have a tiny bit of interest, that okay, you have to go through how to develop an interest. Just go through, narrow down some 2-3 optional, and then just check it out whether you have interest or not. See, a lot of people would be from engineering background or some other non-science background or something like that, and a lot of people are taking anthropology. Let's just say anthropology. So what will you feel that, see, just go through anthropology syllabus. There are some biology part in anthropology, yes or no? Suppose let's say you are an engineer student, you have no idea about biology. So how will you even tackle those topics? You need to have a little bit of interest in that subject. Okay, just because the topper is doing, please don't do that. You need to know what is your where your interest lies. The second thing is background. See, background is not important for every subject. Am I going too fast? No, right? My pace is fine. Okay. See, background is not important for every subject. Some subject requires background. For example, agriculture, it requires background. Mathematics, it requires background. Some options requires background. Some options do not require a background. Okay, like sociology, anthropology. Anthropology, little bit it requires background, like biology part, because a lot of people fail in the biology part of anthropology. Political science doesn't require background. Pabad doesn't require background. Irrespective of whichever background, arts, commerce, science, engineering, medical science, it doesn't matter. Whichever background you come from, you can take these generalized subject. Okay, Pabad, Pol science, psychology, philosophy, sociology, all these things you can take without any background. Okay, the next is syllabus. This is, of all the things, I think this is the most important thing. See, are you here to do a PhD? Anyone? No, right? You have to clear very quickly. First attempt, second attempt, something like that. Is there anyone having 5-year plan? No, you can raise, it's fine. Government had 5-year plan. They also cancelled with 5-year plan. Is there anyone who is with a 5-year plan? You can raise, no shame in that. 3-year plan? Chalo. 2-year plan, someone will have it. Nobody with a 2-year plan. Be realistic, man. Did you tell your parents that I'm going to be first rank in the first year only? Did you tell that? Okay, 2 year is a realistic plan. 1 year is a next level plan. I hope you've all cleared in 1 year itself, but 2 year is still a realistic plan. The thing is, syllabus should be very small. There are some subjects where syllabus is extremely lengthy. Syllabus as an optional syllabus will be extremely lengthy. Okay, you have to solely study for, and there are some optional where you have to solely study for that. Kannada literature, you have to solely study for that. Okay, you cannot use that syllabus somewhere else. Can you use Kannada literature somewhere else? Can you use psychology somewhere else? Little bit here and there. Understand? The thing is, a lot of overlapping syllabus. Choose an optional where you have maximum overlapping. Understand? Overlapping means what? So your your optional content, you will be using somewhere in any of the other part of GS, in essay, in GS1, GS2, ethics, anywhere, any part of the GS. See, just choose that option because you don't have that much of time. You have to do prelims, mains, and interview. A lot of things are there, isn't it? A lot of things is on your plate. So please choose wisely which has less syllabus and then go with it. Okay, did you understand this? Then resource. See, I don't know why did I even include this, because if it was before 2016 or all, it still mattered. But nowadays, literally you go to the market, for everything there's a resource. Institutions, coaching institutions are so much in a rat race that they will come up with some other resources for sure. And but even then, they are doing everything for what? For GS. But really people are doing for what? Optional syllabus, that is the resources are not easily available. It is available, I'm not saying it's not. What you have to do is you have to study like 6 to 8 for paper 1 itself, 6 to 8 books for paper 2 itself. Okay, this is very important. The reason is that you as a student, most of you will be fresher. Even if you go for a second attempt, third attempt also, even then you won't be having that much of time to read all those things. Understand? So availability of resource is very much important. Whether can you understand the resource, because a lot of resource will be foreign author resources, which is very difficult for Indian students to understand because the language will be so standard. Understand? A lot of things are there. So please consider that aspect also. The last thing is scoring trend. See, no matter what this is, if your subject is not scoring, what's the point? You're not here to do PhD, right? No, you're here to score. You have to score well. See, I'm not gonna badmouth on other subjects. Okay, I'm not gonna badmouth, but even then, there are a lot of subjects which was popular once upon a time, but then it is no more popular. What you have to do is, see, do not just go and check 2014, 16, 18 and all that. See, UPSC quickly changes every year. You have to remember that UPSC changes every year. Whatever 2018 topper has done, if you apply the same tactic, it will not work. You have to keep changing your tactics, your everything every year. You have to understand what UPSC is asking every year and please change accordingly. Okay, this is one thing. And also, what UPSC is also very smart. If we think we are smart, UPSC is our bab, right? So what it does is, it actually keeps checking, like for example, so some topper will say, I have cleared. So what happened? So 2015, Nandini Kiyar told, I've taken Kannada optional. Everybody from Karnataka started taking Kannada optional. UPSC saw that. Oh, welcome to the hell. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut down now. So post 2014 to pre 2014, everybody were taking PABAD. PABAD was such a very good option back in those days. Everybody were taking PABAD. UPSC saw that. Then what happened? UPSC started, cutting down the marks. Nowadays scoring in PABAD it has become a little bit difficult task in itself. Same happened with geography. Same is happening with anthropology now, because post 2018, lot of students, especially from Karnataka belt, Karnataka, Andhra, and Maharashtra belt, everybody started taking anthropology because syllabus is short. And then it is happening again for anthropology also. And with God's grace, nothing has happened in sociology. I hope that you clear exam before something happens with sociology. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to show you with the scoring trends also. I'm going to also show you how to actually tackle with anything. You don't rely on somebody else. You do your own research. I'll also tell you how to do your own research. Okay, so did you understand? Please keep all these things in your mind before going to take any option. Fine. Now coming to sociology. See, before even going to why to choose sociology, I'm just going to give you a simple idea of what might consist in sociology. See, I'm not going to bore you with paper 1 syllabus, 1 by 1, paper 2 syllabus, 1 by, I'm not going to do that, because even if I do that now, Ray, I don't think so anyone will even take this into your mind. This is orientation class, so I'm going to focus on why should you take sociology. And then what I'm going to do is on the first day, when we start with our option, first day of the option, I'm going to go in a detailed syllabus. Okay, see, even if you have not paid the fees also, that is totally fine. Come and sit in my first day of the option. Okay, just check out how the class goes. Then if you feel like you continue with it. If you feel like no, it's not going to happen to me, then you can go to some other option. I really don't have problem with all these things. Understand? See, I don't know about other options. This is exclusively for mine. Okay, so coming to sociology, what are we studying in sociology? What sociology is all about? See, sociology is all about studying society. Simple as that. That itself is the first definition. Sociology is studying of society. So what is there in society? So whatever is there in society, we will be studying everything about society. Okay, see, and the topics, whatever I've mentioned here, are the generalized topics which we are going to study in sociology. Okay, have you ever seen sociology syllabus? Have you anyone seen sociology syllabus? If you have seen sociology syllabus, you would be understanding by now that yes, ma'am is right. These are the topics which is generalized, which we are going to study in sociology. Okay, and just all of you have a look. All of you just have a look at all the topics, whatever it is mentioned. And is there anyone who don't know any of the topics? Who doesn't know any one of the topic here? Anyone? Let's just take family. What are we going to study in family? We're going to study, so there is two type of family system: joint family system, nuclear family system. Do you know about that? Yes. So there's a family system called as patriarchal family, matriarchal family. What is patriarchal family? Father is the authoritative figure. In matriarchal family, mother is the head, isn't it? Patrilocal family, matrilocal family. Do you know what is patrilocal and matrilocal? No. Patrilocal is where when after your marriage you go to husband's house, and matrilocal is after marriage you go to wife's house. That is matrilocal. Can you guess what might be neolocal? New house altogether. You don't stay in husband's house or in wife's house. You go and stay in a new house altogether. That is a neolocal family. Understand? So the thing is, you know all these concepts. Only thing is, you might not know the keyword of that concept. Understand? All of you understood? So now let's just say, let's take caste system. If you're a Hindu and if you're not a Hindu also, have you heard about caste system? You must be knowing what caste you belong to, isn't it? That's the basic criteria of identification, at least in India, at least among Hindus. Yes or no? Yes, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether you believe, you don't believe, they will ask the caste name, isn't it? Did you go and check out the apartments nearby? Did you, or did you just staying in PG? PG, so they don't ask. But have you ever tried checking out apartments nearby? First thing they'll ask, what is that? Which caste? Do you eat vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Right? So the thing is, you know about the caste system, and that is what we'll be studying about the caste system. What is caste system? How society is divided? How caste system is affecting women? Okay, how different things, how caste system is affecting the whole of society. Understand? There's nothing like, in fact, a lot of thinkers have, especially from Karnataka belt, they've studied about Lingaites, they've studied about Vokaligas. Have you heard of all these names? Yes, yes. You might be one, or you might know someone who is the one, isn't it? So the thing is, the topics are very, very generalized topics. You know all the topics. Only thing is, you just don't know that, okay, this is the topic. This is the name of the topic. Understand? All of you? All of you, did you understand? Yes. So gender. So there are, how many genders are there? 3? All of you are sure? Yes. What are the 3 genders? male, female, and then transgender, right? So if you go to West now, West are telling there are so many different genders. They're saying around 66 genders are there. Even I don't know how 66 genders are there, but then they claim that there are 66 gender. Some are telling there are 92 genders. We don't know. But then at least on a paperwork, there are at least 3 genders. So we'll be discussing about how the impact of women, like, see, and also I'll tell you one thing, sociology is a bit biased. We do not study much about men. I'm really sorry for that. Our focus is too much on female oppression, how female are oppressed, how it is affecting them, economy, family, etc. Understand? Thing is, there is no topic which you don't know. Most of the topic you'll be knowing. Okay, most of the topic. And the only thing is you won't be knowing the name of the topic. That's it. Okay, I promise you this, that the topic will be very similar. And also one fascinating thing about paper that sociology is, whatever the topic is there in paper 1, exact topics are there in paper 2 also. For example, if there is a topic called as work is there in paper 1, work is there in paper 2. Religion is there in paper 1, religion is there in paper 2. Politics is there in paper 1, and politics is there in paper 2 also. So everything. So what you have to do is, if you thoroughly finish paper 1, then easily you will be able to tag paper 2 also. Only thing is, in paper 1 we'll be focusing on the world. Okay, world at large, or specifically European and American society. And in paper 2 we'll be focusing exclusively on Indian society. Did you understand, all of you? See, in paper 1, that is from the world perspective, there in Western country, the world, the society, that is European society, is divided on the basis of class, isn't it? How is American society divided? Blacks and whites. So what is that? Black and white? Race. Okay, blacks and whites are race. Basically, it's not technically color, it's a race. And then in Indian society, how is Indian society divided? Caste system. Okay, so when you study paper 1, we will be studying about division of society on the basis of class, on the basis of gender, on the basis of ethnicity. Okay, in America, if you go, there are a lot of different ethnic groups, isn't it? So Mexicans are there, Asians are there, so many different ethnic group of people are there. But when you come down to India, we'll be studying on the basis of caste system specifically. A little bit of we'll be studying tribes also, because India it also has tribes in it. Okay, India also has tribal community in it. And also most of the things, see, whenever we will be studying Indian society, half of the content, in fact, I should say more, in fact, like around 75% of the content is from your GS. Okay, so everything, whatever you study in your GS, everything will be there in paper 2 of sociology. So in order to ace your paper 2, what you have to do is you have to be very thorough with your GS. Okay, there is not, for example, you have studied zamindari system, mahalwari system, rohitwari system. Yes, did you study? So the same thing comes in paper 2 also. Okay, so Indian constitution, etc., a little bit of that comes in paper 2 also. Understand? Tribes. So tribes of India, it comes in paper 2. So caste system, but again, you'll be studying in social issue topics, that will again come in paper 2. So almost each and everything, whatever you study in GS, so it comes in paper 2. So you may ask, like, what is the difference between GS and sociology paper 2, right? See, the only thing is to write from the thinker's perspective. Okay, this thinker has told so and so. Okay, Srinivas has told so and so. Gure has told so and so. In GS, you will not be writing from thinker perspective. In option, be it any option to that matter, you have to mention thinker. If you do not mention thinker, it will become a GS answer. Be it PubAd paper 2, Pol Science paper 2, any of these paper 2 is almost like your GS. What it makes Pol Science, if you write a political science thinker. What makes this PubAd, if you write a PubAd thinker. And what makes it as a socio answer, if you write a socio thinker. Did you understand this? All of you? See, the topics are very general. You will be knowing more or less every topic. Only thing is, you won't be knowing, okay, this topic is called as so and so. Understand? Anyway, moving on to the reasons why you have to choose sociology options. The first and foremost thing is the consistency. As I told earlier that, so what is happening is in UPSC, sometimes there is a sudden boom, and then suddenly the consistency drops. So suddenly for 2-3 years, they'll be giving very good marks and suddenly they'll stop giving marks. Okay, this happens. And also there is one more consistency is the number of students who are clearing. This is also very much important. Okay, see what happens is some optional, let's say like around 10 people will be scoring very high, let's say like around 300 plus, but then rest of the students will be scoring around 250. See, the people who are scoring 300 plus, it is purely their dedication. Did you understand this? Because rest of the people are not able to even score 250. That means UPSC is trying to control the subject. Did you understand what I'm trying to say? So consistency of how many people are clearing, that is also very much important. Did you understand this? And second thing is coming here, success ratio. So this is a connecting point. Success ratio is also very important. That is how many people are clearing from that particular subject. This is very important. So in this regard, I want to actually show you something that is a success ratio of UPSC. So where do we get this? Have you ever checked with this? So go and download UPSC annual reports. In UPSC website, UPSC will be actually giving annual reports every year. Okay, so till 2019, UPSC has released annual reports. So what you have to do, this is how you have to check which option to take. Okay, did you understand? So where is our optional? Sociology. Just see how many people are clearing sociology in 2016. Okay, so 132 people have cleared in 2016. Next, let's go next. How many people? 137 people have cleared sociology again. Okay, just see the other option, how less people are clearing, and with sociology, how the number is not even decreasing, somewhat it is consistent. Can you see that? Next, where is our optional? It's, see, the number of candidate itself has come down. In 2008, the number of intake itself has reduced. Okay, see, 107 has cleared from sociology option. Can you see, all of you? Okay, and then 2019 again 126. So actually in 2019 sociology became the second highest. Till then sociology has actually, it had done very well, but even then it is not a bad number. So 126 itself is it's not a bad number. Can you see the consistency, the success ratio of sociology? It has never decreased, it has never increased. Okay, see, just hope, just pray to the God, if you are taking sociology, it should never even increase, because if it increases on a greater scale, what happens? UPSC will realize, okay, too many people are coming, it will actually start to cut down. Okay, so this is actually the beauty of sociology. And also what happens is in anthropology and all, if you have heard, so some students will score 340, 350, like that. That is again not every student. One or two students will be scoring, and majority of the student will be scoring somewhere around 280. Okay, the thing about sociology is, it's like it doesn't score too high, but most of the students will be scoring somewhere between 280 to 310, 315, 320. So this is the average score of most of the students. Understand? Did you understand this, all of you? Yes. So coming back here, overlapping with other subjects. So I'm going to show you how actually sociology overlap. In fact, sociology is indeed a very good subject where you can see a maximum overlap. Okay, sociology is a subject where you'll be seeing a maximum overlap, because what I said is like we'll be studying politics, we'll be studying work, we'll be studying all the topics, whatever is there in our society, isn't it? And what is GS? GS is all about studying our Indian society, right? So coming to, if you take optional, if you take sociology optional, how it's gonna benefit you in your GS preparation. Fine. So this is basically means, this is not prelims. Okay. Have you ever gone through main syllabus? Yes. Who has not ever gone through main syllabus? Are you a new batch? How many months since days? 3 months. 3 days, 3 months? Months. Oh, so you are not new students then. So coming back here, GS1, how it's going to help in GS1? GS1 has social issues as a separate topic itself. If you're a sociology student, you don't have to study this particular topic at all, because in fact you'll be studying on a greater scale. Like let's say sociology is 100%, social issues is like 5 to 10%. Okay, we would be studying more. Okay, so you don't have to study at all. Around 6 to 7 questions every year will be coming from this in your mains GS1. Okay. The second is GS2. GS2 again, directly or indirectly, 3 to 4 questions from sociology. It will be helping. In GS2, there is governance part, that is constitution part and all that, where we will be studying in GS, that is optional, paper 2 optional, that will help you on a massive scale. Fine. And in GS3, not much, but at least 1 or 2 questions from the economics part will be there. Okay, not much, but 1 to 2 question is not less. Okay, that is social justice part. Social justice easily you can tackle. Next, GS4. See, GS4 is something, see, again, what is sociology? It's about studying society. Here in sociology, as I said, what did I say? Even in gender, we'll be studying women more. Why are we studying women more? Because women are the oppressed gender, isn't it? Women are the oppressed gender. So that is why we'll be studying about women more. Okay, we'll be studying about tribes. Why are we studying tribes? Because they're also oppressed section of our society. So in GS4, what is GS4? Ethics is GS4. So have you ever taken case studies of ethics? Have you ever seen case studies of ethics? So basically what they'll be asking is, if you are so and so, if you're an IPS officer, how are you going to tackle certain situations, something like that. Okay, so the thing is, if you have a little knowledge about the things, so about the oppressed section, about something, see, nobody is going to ask already whatever already established thing. Okay, just remember one thing, in UPSC nobody is going to ask about the established thing, how you're going to continue further. No, what they'll be asking is how you're going to tackle this so and so problem. Okay, and if you are a sociology student, to a greater extent we will be having insights about all these things, easily you'll be able to tackle. And ethics is a mixing pot of sociology, PubAd and psychology. Okay, so if all the, and as well as PubAd, did I say PubAd? Sorry. So PubAd, sociology and psychology, it's a mixing pot of all the three subjects. So if you take any of these subjects, it will be helping you in the ethics. Fine. And then my favorite is essay. Did you check last year's essay? Sociology students were super happy. I was super happy. I was like, oh my God, if students see this, a lot of students will take sociology, because around out of 8 questions, 6 to 7 question was from sociology. Easily, like there were statements, thinker statements, sociological thinker statements they have given in essay. And this is not the first time. Every year, at least, a minimum of 1 to 2 question will be there. But trust me, it's not just 1 to 2 question. At least 3 to 4 questions will be directly from sociology. And this year, I don't know who had set the essay paper. They have directly taken sociological thinkers' statement. Okay, Karl Marx they have taken thinker's statement and they have given it here. And if you're a sociology student, you will be knowing in and out about Karl Marx. You can easily tackle the questions. Okay, did you understand this? This is actually, see, essay actually plays a huge role. Okay, first is your option, second is your ethics, and the third is your essay. Okay, in order to score well in your mains. And if you can tackle essay in a very well manner, you are like the winner of the mains. Okay, and socio plays a huge role. Understand? Then interview, no doubt about it. So if you're a sociology student, specifically they'll be asking sociology questions itself, that it's with respect to every other option. And again, in interview they'll be asking about, again, what they'll be asking about the oppressed section, isn't it? About the problems of society, how you're going to tackle. If you want to become an IAS or IPS officer, how you're going to tackle so and so problem. And if you're a sociology option, we are studying all these things. We are studying different perspective. We are studying from feminist perspective. We are studying from Marxist perspective. We are studying from functional perspective. See, a lot of times what we think is, do you think that existence of lower caste is good thing, that lower castes are pushed to do menial jobs? I'm asking you the question, do you think lower caste should be pushed to do menial jobs like cleaning jobs? No. Why? It's fine, but we should, huh? Work is work, but we should start treating them equally. Okay. It should be not on the caste per se, but it should be on the capability, skill per se. This is what you're saying. Okay. So in this classroom, how many of you want to go and clean the gutter? How many of you want to go and clean the gutter every day? Why are you not raising? See, I'm not saying cleaning gutter is a bad job or a good job. What I'm trying to say is, in sociology, we will be studying all the perspective. We will study why making lower caste, push to do a cleaning job is bad. We will study that also. Why it is bad? Because obviously, they are also human beings. They should be given chance. If someone wants to clean, let them clean. If someone doesn't want to clean, don't force them to clean. This is one perspective. Okay. And there is also one more perspective called as functional perspective, where we say, not me, them, where they say that it's a good thing, that forcing someone to do is a good thing. And I'll tell you why they say it's a good thing. Okay. They say that, see, nobody as such will come forward and do the menial jobs. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody, see, how many of you want to become an IAS here? IPS? IFS? IRS? Postal service? Postal? Anything? No. Anything is different. But then, do you give that as your first preference? Above IPS? IAS? Nobody's going to do that. Nobody wants postal service, right? That's the thing. See, it's like how people will get into postal service because they've got less marks. So that is why they're pushed to do a postal service. See, what functionalist says that there is a requirement of some section to do the menial job. Otherwise, nobody will do the menial job. So that is why it is okay for some section, and that is the lower section or the lower caste, someone to do the menial job. Did you understand? See, there is nothing in sociology right or wrong. Don't start fighting with me. I didn't say. Someone said, I'm just teaching. Okay, and don't get irritated on that particular thinker. I'm like, I don't like this. When I'll be doing a thinker's chapter, everyone will have favorite. This is my favorite. Someone will say Marx is my favorite. Someone will say I don't like Marx. I'm Weber's. I like Weber. Something like that. It's okay to have a favorite. But the thing is, we are not here to debate. We are just here to understand the different perspective. So why did I give you this particular thing? I mean, statement is that in interview they may ask any sort of question, and in sociology we would have multiple different perspective about life. Why it is good, why it is bad. They will say why untouchability is good. Functionalists will say why untouchability is good, and Marxists will say why untouchability is bad. Okay, we have both the perspective. Okay, so this is how we will be able to broaden our perspective about life. So once you start studying sociology, lot of things will start making sense, and lot of things you'll feel like, oh my god, I was very much wrong about how my perspective about society. Understand? It's a very nice subject because you'll have a very broader understanding about society. Fine. And lastly, your newspaper reading. See, newspaper, most of them, whosoever is giving articles and all, see, they would be writing a lot of content from sociological perspective. A lot of statements will be there. A lot of keywords will be there, which you won't be even able to understand. Okay, for example, let's say there is a word called as Sanskritization. Has ever heard what is Sanskritization? What is Sanskritization? Lower caste people? Lower caste people? Imitating to a greater extent. Imitating. What is Westernization? Following Western culture, imitating Western culture, like leaving out our practices, leaving out wearing sari and wearing suit. Okay, so this is basically a traditional, a formal outfit. But what according to the West, the suit is a formal outfit. So this is Westernization. On a similar way, in a similar note, there is a word called as Sanskritization. And in your newspaper, this whenever the topic caste comes, just go and check. Many news article, they would have used the word Sanskritization to a greater extent. So now let me tell you what is Sanskritization. Sanskritization is a concept just like Westernization, where the lower caste people will start imitating upper caste people. Okay, within some generations, 3-4 generations later, what will happen? These lower caste people, a group of family or a community, okay, so they will get the same status as that of upper caste people. Eventually, with the time, so they will be deemed as upper caste, or they will be having a status as that of upper caste. Okay, did you understand what is Sanskritization? All of you? Yes? So can you give me any examples in Karnataka? All of you are from Karnataka? All of you? No? Okay. Even then, every state there are some Sanskritized caste. Okay, so can you give me some example where there were lower caste, they became higher caste? You know, lot of students get so much angry when I tell this. They don't want to listen. That's what students are so emotional. Okay, no, ma'am. No, we are not lower caste. Our father was upper caste. Our grandfather was upper caste. How can you say we are lower caste? You know any such examples? No. Lingayats. Lingayats were actually lower caste. Lingayats, basically the Shudras and Dalits. Once upon a time, Shudras and that is 14th, 15th century Shudras and Dalits, they started imitating whom? They started imitating Brahmins. So that is why they left non-vegetarian. They started practicing all the rituals just like Brahmin. So eventually, now Lingayats have the same status as whom? Same status as Brahmin. Okay, and there is only not just Lingayat, there is one more caste also. Huh? Have you heard Vokkaliga Gaudas? Yes. Vokkaliga Gaudas were also lower caste. Okay. Vokkaliga Gaudas are also lower caste. They actually, but there's a slight difference between Vokkaliga Gauda and Lingayats. Okay. So Vokkaliga Gaudas are the dominant caste of Karnataka. Isn't it? Yes or no? Yes, they are the dominant caste. What they did is, see, Lingayats, they wanted to change their rituals. They started imitating just like whom? Just like Brahmins. Okay, and then they got power and money, etc., etc. But then Vokkaliga Gaudas didn't bother about rituals. They're like, no, we want to eat non-veg. We can't give up on non-veg. We will continue eating non-veg. We will continue to do whatever we used to do, but we want a higher status. Okay, what they did, they started acquiring lands. With when you acquire land, you get the power, and that is how they became a dominant caste in Karnataka. Lingayats became dominant caste by imitating Brahmins. Vokkaligas became dominant caste by acquiring land and power. Did you understand this? So the overall term is Sanskritization and dominant caste. Okay, so this will be there in your newspaper, but you need to know the context, what this is, in order to understand what they're telling. Understand? In sociology, there are numerous such keywords, numerous such concepts. You don't have to worry, each and every concepts I will be explaining in detail in class. Only thing is, you just don't trash me and hit me when I give such examples. Okay, that's the fact. I didn't change anything. Okay, don't come and say, ma'am. And also, I always tell one thing to my students. When you start studying sociology, a lot of things which you were never aware, you will start being aware of that. Just keep that to yourself or tell to those people who can understand you. So don't, you'll be traveling in train and the people in front of you will be like, you'll go and tell, okay, hey, you are a Shudra. They will literally hit you. Don't go and tell them that you're a Shudra or a Lingayata, you are a Shudra. No, keep your concept, explain to those people who can understand. Who cannot understand, don't try even explaining. Okay, did you understand how sociology is going to help you in your GS? So in overall, it will be benefiting to you. Okay, shall I go back? Okay. Next, it helps in interview. I talked about this. See, analytical and factual. This is for the people who cannot, I mean, I'm not saying there's no criteria for mug-up. Mug-up will be there. Everywhere mug-up will be there. But then sociology, mug-up is little less. It is little less. Okay. You just have to know the concept. Sometimes, see, you have to write the keyword and in your own statement, you can actually explain. Because a lot of other, options are there where it requires a lot of mug up. For example, if you take anthropology, a lot of mugging up is there. And if you are that person, then you take anthropology. If you feel that, no, I'm an analytical person, I write my own. I write answers on my own. I don't need a statement to write. If I understand, I write my own. Then sociology is the best. Understand the concept, know the keywords, know who has told. See, Srinivas, there's a thinker called as Srinivas. He has given a concept of Sanskritization. All you have to know what is Sanskritization, who has given, you can explain in your own words. Unless until it means closer to what he has told. Okay, don't expect to get marks by writing a movie story and then expect the good marks. Okay, and then Availability of study materials. See, sociology, again, study materials are easily available, but then there is a jackpot for you. If you are my student, you don't have to buy any of the material. Okay, you don't buy any of the textbooks, because all, both paper 1 and paper 2, I will be providing the notes. Okay, and the thing is, why I'm providing, because just like I was telling about the textbooks, for UPSC, for any option, minimum of 5 paper 1 books, minimum of 5 paper 2 books will be there. And for students, it will be very difficult to study everything. And in paper 1, it is world, sociology. So the language will be very difficult. So what I have done is, I've studied all the books, I've studied IGNOU, multiple books, and then I have compiled everything in one place. Understand? So you will be getting my material from the institute side. You just have to go through that. Okay, you don't even have to buy the material. Suppose if you feel, no ma'am, I need to buy material, I will buy. It's okay, I have money, my parents have given money, and I have to rack it. I have to put it in my rack, because I have to show to the world, right, that I'm studying for UPSC. How will even people will believe if my rack is not full? Then you come to me personally, I will tell which books. Okay, if not, I will give you a book list on the first day of our class, because as a formality, if you want, I will give, but then please do not buy any book. Okay, fine. Next is coming to our class, how to score well in sociology. See, first of all is, you have to be regular. Regularly you have to study, beat any optional to that matter, you have to study regularly. If you don't study regularly, there's a tendency to forget your optional. It's there. Okay, there's a tendency to forget, so you have to study regularly. And the thing is, see, there are three main important things. The first is assimilating scholar views, facts, and technical words. That is what I said. Thinkers, sociological, in every answer, one or two thinkers name, okay, keywords, and example. Okay, if you do this, be it GS or your optional, example is a must, keyword is a must, both in GS as well as optional. In optional we have thinkers, so you have to write a thinker name. See, a lot of students, what they do is they come back and they say, ma'am, I wrote everything, but I couldn't get good marks. Why? The reason is that you did not put thinker's name. If you had put a thinker's name, high possibility you would be clearing. Okay, and don't worry ma'am what to put and all that, when I teach in class, each and everything I'll be telling you what to do, what not to do. Fine. And then interlinking of paper 1 and paper 2, as I said, religion chapter in paper 1, religion chapter in paper 2. So what you have to do is, you have to take things from paper 1 and put it in paper 2, take things from paper 2 and put it in paper 1. Suppose if you are writing from European context, what you have to do, in India so and so, something like that. Did you understand? So what impression you'll be giving is that the evaluator will feel that, oh, this person has understood so well that he is able to interlink two different chapters. It's just an art. It's just an art of lying. You have to lie so carefully in UPSC that the evaluator will be fooled. Yeah, I'm telling you, see, everyone tries to fool, but you have to fool in a very careful, calculated manner that you look like a knowledgeable person. Understand? So the thing is, you have to interlink both paper 1 and paper 2, put little bit here and there, so that they will feel good and probability of getting high marks. And then last thing is relating sociology with current affairs, very must. And a lot of you may say like, ma'am, what to do for current affairs? See, current affairs is your life now, isn't it? Every day you get up, you read newspaper, whether you understand, whether you don't understand. You want to read that movie section, but then UPSC forces you not to read that movie section. You end up reading, what is that, editorial. You will not be even understanding, but then you try, right? The thing is, you are not studying anything extra for you for sociology. No, whatever you will be studying for your GS, that is actually more than sufficient. In fact, it is too much. Okay, that much is not required. See, in your current affair material, do you get current affair material every month, monthly magazine, something like that? Soft copy, hard copy. In that you have this society section, right? Women, schemes and all that, little bit. Okay, a small part of your current affairs, you just have to just go through it, not much, little, a small part. Fine. And then one more thing is Yojana Kurukshetra and EPW. A lot of people would have told you this, right? Read Yojana, Kurukshetra and EPW. See, reading Yojana, Kurukshetra and EPW is beneficial for your whole of mains preparation. For your prelims, you don't have to actually do Yojana, Kurukshetra. It's not at all required. But for your mains, even to write your GS answer, you need Yojana, Kurukshetra and EPW. Fine. So what you do is, see, I'll never tell my students to buy the magazine. In fact, I tell my students buy as many less books as it is as possible, because the more number of books you have in front of you, you'll freak out. You'll feel like, okay, oh my god, I'm not doing anything. So don't simply buy books. What you do is, there will be some compilations online. Just go type EPW, whatever the month you want, compilation. You will get the compilation. Just read the compilation. Don't waste time in investing the book and reading the whole thing. See, they are actually big articles. You don't have time to read the article and then compile what is there. Understand? All of you, did you understand? So what you do is, for sociology, for GS, for GS as well as sociology also, just go to the compilation. Some institute would have given, okay, and then take the compilation, read it. But then what happens is, sometimes they would be focusing on science and tech, some other unwanted things. For sociology, you don't have to concentrate. Okay, you will know when you start doing your preparation with sociology. You will know what are socio topics, which are not socio topic, and to a greater extent, at least once in a while, I have given compilation once to my previous student. I will try my best to give my own compilation. Okay, usually I will be providing this year also, if time permits, I will be giving for you guys also. Okay, selectively I'll select all the topics, socio topics, and then I'll give. Okay, fine. And then, see, this is something what I do, is that the starting of the class. Okay, when I start with the class, when I start with the actual syllabus, so every day I'll be giving one question. Okay, every day I'll give one question. So initially everyone will be excited, everyone will write. So if it is 100 students, all 100 students will write. Eventually I will get to know who are actual serious students, because those are the only people who will be writing. Okay, but what I do is, see, every day I will give question for sure. Okay, every day, if you ask, if you're really interested, if even initially if you're not interested also, I'll be giving. But eventually what happens, students will lose interest, they'll wander off here and there. Okay, but the thing is, if you write answer every day, see, it actually plays a huge difference in your life. The thing is, you think that, okay, on a suddenly I'll become a pro in answer writing. You can never become a pro in answer writing suddenly. You have to do every day practice is required, then only you will be able to do whatever your target marks are. Fine. So for sociology, I don't want to advocate on mains, other GS subjects. You should do for that also. But for sociology, what I say is that get serious from the day one, whenever I start with the syllabus. Fine. And eventually after 2-3 days of the syllabus, when I start, then I'll start giving the question. So start writing. See, and also don't feel that, ma'am, my English is bad, I don't know what to write, etc., etc. Don't worry. Even if you can write only one line, that is good. Just write one line and show it to me. Because if next day if you can write 2 lines, don't you think it's a success? You're on the path of success. So please write answer every day. It is very much important. See, till the time you're serious, I will also take you seriously. A lot of my ex-students, like students, not ex-students, they're still my students. So they come, all the serious students are still in touch. All the students who wandered off, they wandered off. Understand? So till the time you clear exam, I will be there for you. I will guide you how much ever I can. I'll be guiding you. Okay, understood? So if you do all this, you will be able to score easily. Only thing is, you require a good dedication. Dedication is very much important. And also, coming to our class modalities, like how I'm going to take a class. So usually class is for 4 months, but then we have holidays and etc., etc. So let's say 4 to 4.5, 4.5 months, or max to max it's 5 months. It depends on the class. If class can grasp quickly, then I will go in that pace. If the class is not able to grasp, then I have to go accordingly. Okay, so it depends on the class. 4 to 4 months is minimum. It's required. 4.5. Sometimes if too many holidays are there, it may sometimes go to 5 months also. Okay, see, if you are regular, If you write answers accordingly with me, like every day, if you do that, at least you will be able to finish one reading along with the class. Okay, all of you. And see, as I said, every day I'll be giving answer. And also what I do is after the end of the chapter, so I will give a class test. Okay, for all of you, I'll be giving a class test. See, one small request. I'm also human being, don't you think? What most of you do is, because see, I'm not gonna give you marks in UPSC. No, I'm just your faculty. Please don't try to impress me. Okay, because I'll tell you what usually happens is, so many of you copy and then come with a daily answer. I mean, I am your faculty. I know from where you copy. Okay, I know which website you copy. What I do is, I will show like this. I'll get the answer. I will show that who has copied from which website. I will do that. Okay. See, I'm not here to shame you. I won't shame you. The reason is that if you start copying from the day one, why are you copying? Whom are you lying? Me, yourself, your parents, everybody. Indirectly, you're lying everyone. So don't try to impress me. Just improve yourself, is what I say. Understand? You show it to me if you feel like it's worth that, it's your own words, it's your own thought. That is why you want to get it evaluated. If you, and you know what happens, eventually I'll know who are two close friends also, because one friend whosoever is sitting here would have given some other friend whosoever is sitting there, so they will simply copy and give it, thinking that I won't get to know. Trust me, ask any of the previous year class, they will tell that I am a next big time detective. I know everything. I will know everything. Who are friends, who is copying, who is not copying. I will be identifying from your handwriting also. This handwriting belongs to this person. Sometimes I may forget your name, but I will not forget your handwriting, because your answer writing is what I bother, is what I actually want. Understand? So I will be taking care of each and everything for my students. I will do that. Only thing is, you have to be very regular and sincere. Please don't copy. Understood? All of you? Okay, if you do this, trust me on this, we can bring a change, and there is a possibility of you clearing the exam in first attempt or in the second attempt itself. Okay, did you all understand? Yes. And weekly practice, yes. And coming to notes, please don't buy any notes, sorry, textbooks. You will be getting my textbook, that itself will be more than sufficient. Trust me, it is so big. Every chapter is so big. It's like 20 page one chapter. The thing is, you'll feel like, man, we are not able to finish this. Okay, because I've compiled from everything. So what has happened is, lately, so students want less. Students think that it should be equivalent to your GS. See, optional is 500 marks. You cannot expect a polity, that Lakshmikant book size, your optional book. Your optional will be big. Okay, because it is of a 500 marks. So you have to think from that perspective. You have to study from that perspective. Okay. And also, a lot of you may ask, ma'am, should we study from toppers material? No, never ever study from toppers material. The reason why you should never study from toppers material is that, see, they would have studied everything and then they would have made a concise notes. Okay, you cannot go to their psychic and understand from what perspective they are writing. See, even if you go to if you check out some other faculty, some other no class notes, suppose let's say Rajkumar notes, you won't be even able to understand what is happening in the class. The reason is that you were not present, you did not write that note, somebody else has written that notes. Understand? So what you do is, you make your own notes, keep it very clean, precise, so that when you become a topper, you publish that. Understand? All of you, did you understand? Please never ever study any of the toppers notes. Did you understand? Please make your own notes. And also, coming to the class, how the class structure will be. See, my notes will be there. Okay, so mostly what I'm going to do is, by the end of the chapter or something like that, I'll keep giving notes. Fine. But then please don't wait for my notes to write answer. Okay. And also, to a greater extent, not to a greater extent, my entire chapter, there is 10 chapter in paper 1. 15 chapter in paper 2. More or less every chapter will be in PPT format only. Every chapter. I'm never gonna take non-PPT format, because with PPT only you will wander off. You'll start dreaming about someone. If something is there, at least you will see what is there, isn't it? Huh? If nothing is there, you'll be like just looking at my face. Oh, okay, I have to go there. I have to meet this person. I have to meet that. No. So more or less everything will be in a PPT format. It will be in a proper flow. What you do is, so as I'll be teaching, you can start taking from my PPT. It will be like a concise notes from the material what I'll be giving. Did you understand? You can take the PPT, and I'll not be sharing the PPT. You have to at least do this much hard work in the class. There's a lot of students, ma'am, we are not able to write. Please give PPT. No, I will go slowly. I will give time. You want 5 more minutes? I'll give time in the class itself, but you have to write the PPT in class itself. Okay, and rarely I'll be dictating. I'll not dictate, because what I feel is dictation is something which is waste of time. This is my philosophy. It may be not applicable to others, but I personally believe dictation is waste of time, because everything will be in the notes. Why should I even dictate again and again, right? So I'm not going to dictate anything. If anything is there, it will be on PPT. You can just write it down. Okay, and also along with the PPT will be just the concepts. So I'll be giving some examples. Okay, so write as many examples, whatever I'll be giving, you please write the examples simultaneously. Did you understand how to take notes from my class? Okay, and also if you feel I'm going very fast, slow, whatever it is, you can tell then and there itself. Fine. Okay, now I think I ended the whatever I have to tell. Do you have any queries? And a detailed, a syllabus I will discuss. See, if you want me to discuss now, I'll discuss now itself. You want me to discuss? Okay, sure. Yeah, you want me to discuss completely? Till what time they have told me to take class? Huh? When is the next class? Class is complete? No other class after this. Are you sure? You have orientation, right? That's what I was wondering. Which orientation? Oh, you are from new batch. How many are from new batch? See? Okay. Okay, we'll do one thing. I'll take some questions, then we'll see the syllabus. Fine. See, come to the first class. It's totally fine. And then you can see. And also, please do one thing. You just download the syllabus, go through it. What I'm going to tell. Politics and society. This is politics. I will be telling the same. Do you know what politics is? Religion and society. See, it's very simple. I'll tell you, in every chapter, there will be theories of politics. Okay, how politicians work, how their mentality work, how they, basically who will be ruling. Sometimes we tend to think like we don't know, who is ruling and why certain parties come. So have you observed one thing? BJP and then Congress and then BJP. So there is always a cycle. Have you observed this? Or if you see American politics, Democrats and then Republican. So it always keeps wobbling like this. Have you observed this? So the thing is, we'll be understanding why such things wobbles always. And also if you observe, it's always BJP or Congress. You never hear someone else coming to the power. Yes or no? You rarely hear someone else coming to the power. Even if they want to come, there will be a coalition, but never solely they'll never come to the power. Okay, all these things will be studying. Like, why is that? Because elites. So it's always the elites who will be controlling us. Okay, some of the other elites. Who are elites? You know who are elites? Who are elites? Have you heard this word elite? Who are elite? More money and power. Someone who is in the upper strata of the society. Okay, in power elite means who are power elites? Politicians are our power elites, right? Business elites are there, social elites are there, religious elites are there. who has a lot of influence, who can actually, from their influence, who can change the society or control the society. Okay, so we'll be studying in detail about that. See, I told, right, that sociology will be helping us in our GS, that is nation, state, citizenship, democracy, civil society. Where do you study all these words? Polity, governance. Okay, polity and governance. So basically it will be helping you in polity and governance. Okay, in every chapter there will be theories. Okay, theories relating to religion. What was religion? Like, what was the religion of primitive man? Okay, how did religion started? How religion has evolved? Very nice theories are there. Dream theory, ghost theory, so many different theories are there. Very nice theories. Let me tell you this. Okay, like this syllabus will be there, but I have so less time. I have just 15 minutes. I won't be able to go through the whole syllabus. I will go on some other day when we start our thing, because they just gave 1.5 hours. In that time period I can't go through the actual like detailed syllabus. Do you have any doubt? And how do I take online class people's doubt? I have to go there. Okay, so you guys, can you where are you guys going? Book list. See, can I shift this? See, as I said, there is no book list for now, because I will be providing each and every book, like whatever it is, I'll be giving the material. Why do you want to buy? Anybody want to buy a book? Do one thing, give me that money. Seriously, it's gonna cost you at least 3,000 to 4,000 easily. Because there's one book called as Columbus and Holborn. Have you heard that? Every topper would have told Columbus and Holborn, right? Yeah, I'll give you the PDF format of that. Why do you want to buy? I'll give you a PDF format of that. Okay, so please don't buy. I mean, you guys are already depending on your parents, right? So why do you, if you have money, save it for yourself. Eat some good food. Okay, unnecessarily don't spend on books, because you are getting anyway free material from the institution. Yes or no? So don't buy, because Columbus itself comes around 1,000, and there is one more book called as Ritzer, 500. Okay, a lot of book lists it goes on. Don't buy. I have studied everything, and IGNOU is very big. You have to study IGNOU also. You can't do that. So everything I've done on your behalf, just study my material. Okay, do you have any other question? There are how many thinkers? There are 6 thinkers. And these are 6 thinkers. See, this is a beauty. If you study these 6 thinkers, subsequently whatever the chapters will come, everywhere they'll come again and again, again and again. See this Karl Marx, have you heard this guy? Yeah. At one point of time, usually what students say when we go like last chapter, when we keep going last chapter, they say, ma'am, don't teach Karl Marx. We understand what he's telling. Just skip it. Because everywhere he'll just say the same thing. Same thing again and again. Oppression, oppression, oppression. He'll say oppression so much. We're like, no, ma'am, we understand. Okay, he'll say in religion it is oppression, in gender it's oppression, everywhere it's oppression. From what context? Class context. Okay, the thing is there are 6 thinkers. Simple. The thing is, please don't put chakkar, holiday, take holiday when I start thinkers, because this is the main part. Around 100 marks easily comes from thinkers chapter directly. Indirectly more. Okay, around 150 to 180 overall. Indirect, direct, if you count everything, thinkers will be there. Fine. And in Indian thinkers, we Indians are not that smart. We have our own theory. Whosoever Indian thinkers are there, they have just copied Western thinkers and they've studied Indian. So basically there is A.R. Desai. He has taken from Karl Marx. Karl Marx studied European society, same theory. A.R. Desai studied Indian society. So if you study these thinkers, it will help you in understanding paper 2 thinkers also. Okay, and along with this thinkers, there comes small thinkers in every chapter. Okay, yes, is there any other doubt? Extremely regular. And there are situations where I will also take on Sunday. but you don't want to end it. So you know what, I'll manipulate like this. You don't want to end the class, then students will say, no ma'am, end the class very quickly, we want to study for prelims. So and so they'll say, they'll like, okay ma'am, we'll come on Sundays also. Don't worry, I'm not gonna take on Sundays, is what I tell now. Later on I may take Sundays by taking permission from you guys. Majority always wins, isn't it? Yeah, I follow democracy in our class also. Yes. Any other question? You don't have any question? Class time? See, class will be usually 2.5 hours. Okay. And I genuinely don't know when it is going to start. I should have asked before coming. I don't know because they have not decided yet. Okay. It will be announced in the group or somewhere. Okay. Because too many options are there. And also a batch has started, right? So thinking about everything, is there any new batch? One more batch is coming? I don't know. Yes? Okay, what I'm thinking is let all the batch start, then I can take. When is the new batch starting? It's going on? Okay, let's see. Ma'am, will you give hard copy to online students? It's NCERT reading. Okay, see, online students, I don't know how they're gonna do. I'm surely not gonna give soft copy. In UPSC world, there is nothing like soft copy of your hard-earned material. Nobody's gonna give soft copy because you will change and you will start selling that it's your own copy. Okay, and also I'll tell you one thing. So actually, I will be publishing my own book. It was supposed to be published by the July end, but the thing is, I got so much busy with my own other work, so I'm not able to publish by July end. Maybe by September or something, I may publish my own book. But till then, I would be giving you my material. So small request, don't start selling it off somewhere else. Okay, I will have issues. I am legally binded not to sell elsewhere, so please don't sell it out elsewhere. I'm just giving for my own student. Fine, this is one thing. But you will be getting only hard copy. I'm not gonna give soft copy. Fine. And NCERT, do we need to read NCERT? If you're free, read it. There's nothing wrong in reading NCERT. If you're free, read NCERT. It's good. It's a nice book, a simple book. Read it. No, I'm serious. It's a very nice, simple book. Read it if you have time. But then once sociology class starts, then you'll realize like NCERT is nothing. Okay, but read it. You read it. Okay. Is there any other question? If we write our own thought but examine doesn't like. Okay. See, as I said, your own whatever thoughts, like your own style, you can write your own style. But see, for example, the question is on Karl Marx. Okay, Karl Marx always talks from class perspective. Just because it's your own thought, you cannot write some gender, some ethnic perspective or some random perspective. Karl Marx always criticized. I don't know why, what was wrong with him in his life, but he always criticized. Karl Marx has never praised anything in his life. I don't think so he has even praised his own children. Okay, so you cannot write that he has praised something. Understand? Just because you're writing in your own way, you cannot like go completely against the concept. But be in the concept, you can write from your own words. Okay, and also a lot of students have a fear that my English is bad, can I do it? All these things doesn't matter. Okay, all these things doesn't matter. What in UPSC, if you have an extraordinary English, try to cut it down. Don't go for Oxford English. Evaluator won't be knowing Oxford English. Just keep Indian English, simple English. That's more than sufficient. Okay, yes, online students are asking more questions than you guys. See, interlinking, get your contact number. No. See, if you want to contact here. Okay. Anyway, yes, what was I supposed to say? Interlink the topic. See, today if I say all that, It's not gonna go to your head. Trust me on this. Irrespective of whichever the subject will be taking, the teacher will tell you. If you take PSIR also, it's fine. He will be teaching that how to interlink, how to do this, how to do that. Everything will be clearly told. If I tell today some interlinking, you'll not understand anything. Okay, it's don't worry too much. Take less tension, worry less, think less, just work more. Okay, I've seen students especially come like the recent batch students have so many like questions like this that. No, slowly you do it. You can't do it everything at the same day. Okay, is there any other question? Okay, see, yes, I'm gonna evaluate even online students answers also. So what I usually do is I will be creating a Telegram group. Fine, for all of you there will be a separate Telegram group, and it will not be like a channel, like only I can post, you cannot post it. It won't be like this. It will be a group. Okay, because I want you to like reply back or whatever it is in the group itself. Okay, so I'll be creating a group, and you don't need my number to send me anything to message in Telegram. Without my number also you can send me a message. You know that, right? You would have done that by now. So what you can do is after the group is created, so if you're an online student, just scan your answer and send it to me on the Telegram. You don't have to send it on the group. You can send me directly to my number. Fine? Yes? Yes. And also one thing I want to tell, my class will be, to a greater extent, it will be interactive class. Okay, what I'm going to do is simply I'll say you answer. I'm not going to do that, don't worry, but I expect you to answer. Okay, I'm not going to do like you tell, but I expect you to answer. I'll keep, see, the reason I do that because you know that you have to answer back and you'll think. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll be teaching something. I'll just say, what did Karl Marx say? What did he say? What did that person say? So I'll keep going back. I'll keep answering. So when you think in class, you tend to remember more. Okay, understood? So in the class itself, I want students to know what is going on. Okay, going on and remember. So this will be my class mode. It will not be like I'll keep lecture. You'll just write. No, that's not going to happen in my class. Okay. Any other doubt? I still, and also yes, one thing, most of you are here. See, please come on time. Okay, I'm very particular about timings. Very particular. You will not even, you will realize how much particular I am about time. I'll usually be at least 2 to 3 minutes before the class timing. Okay, did you understand this? See, you're gonna become an IAS, IPS or whatever it is. You'll be in the top level position in your department. Whatever the department you enter, you will be in the top position. You have to set the example. You have to set some rules and regulation. Understand? Most of you look very young. Understand? If you become an IAS officer or any other officer, if you go below you, more or less everybody will be old people. Understand? And what they do is they take advantage of you being young and they try to control you. Though you are group A, but they'll try to control you. Understand? So you have to set certain example, you have to set certain rules and regulations. You have to do that. Okay, so if in order to become IAS, IPS or whatever is, you have to start living like that so that you can lead in the future. Understand? So always keep one thing in mind. Please take time into consideration. It's very important. Okay, if you start cultivating coming late, doing late, everything you'll start doing in the same way. Okay, so though I talk so much about on time, I will come 2 minutes before. Sometimes I may leave 2 minutes late. Okay, little bit to it banta hai na, so it's like it's fine. But yeah, my thing is I will be usually taking the whole of 2.5 hours. This is what I meant. Okay, whole of 2.5 hours. So please come early. If you are coming late, you'll be missing out whatever the time period. Fine? Yes? At the end, yes. See, it's like if you want to take test series full length, so usually what happens, I would tell all my students that you can take, but most of them actually do not take, because what happens is they'll be so much in a hurry to focus on prelims, because what happens in other GS faculties and all will be telling you should focus on prelims, you should focus on prelims. So what happens is they'll not focus too much on taking full lim. Okay, but what I have done is for my previous, like I do take in other institute. Okay, in my other institute, so students couldn't take the test. My previous batch students couldn't take the test, they couldn't take the full length test. So what I've told them, that whosoever is serious enough, they can take the test. So even after class, I'm giving them tests for free. Okay, so if it is anything which is in class, and if you are not able to do it also after class, for sure, as whatever I have promised, that will be done even after class also. But if you're serious enough, if you want a full length test, if you say, ma'am, I want to take, you just message me, I will be sending you the question paper. Okay, whosoever wants. Fine.